Sagittarius, how you doing? So I'm picking up a lot of referrals and a lot of refusals is what I'm picking up. Like I'm going to refer to something or as a referee. Like I don't know if it's a football match or a competitive match or like a spark or mark or a Capricorn energy. But like I'm hearing that I need a spark of something, like I need interest, and if I'm not getting any interest then I'm not going to bother. I don't know if this is around money and something financial coming up for you here. Whereas like if I haven't got any interest and I'm not gaining any money, then I'm losing interest and I'm losing using. So I don't know if there's they keep saying using and abusing. I'm using something, but I'm abusing people. So I don't know if there's addiction or anything like that, or just using people as a tool to get what I want. And if I don't get what I want, then I'm not going to bother anymore, because it feels like that you're invested into something but you're not fully invested into it, and losing money and losing interest, or people are in you. Okay, I'm also hearing alchemy, but I'm hearing like something around like if I'm not gaining any interest out of this, then I am not getting anything out of it, so there's no point. Because there seems to be in your energy for the month of June a lot of these referrals, and I'm going to refer somebody to you, and I'm going to refer someone to you also, and I'm going to refer this person to you, like clients or people or something like that, or education, whatever it is. And it feels like I'm going to refer you to somebody, but then there's this energy of refusing. And I don't know like if this is somebody that's getting very angry or like very frustrated around work, and say like you get a phone call or something at work and you get a lot of people that phone you up at work, but you refuse customer service is what I'm hearing. Like I'm refusing, like we are customers blah blah blah, but I'm refusing customers and saying no, I can't is what I'm hearing. Now I'm hearing Khan, Shaka Khan, or like I can't, I can, I can't, I can, I can't, I can. So you've got like air sign, Libra or Gemini. But those energies of Gemini can also relate to a Capricorn energy, because that would be 6. So if you haven't seen the video below, please make sure that you also do watch if you are wondering about numerology and how I also read. Okay, for those guys that have watched it, you'll probably know what I'm saying. But if you haven't, there is a video that is provided below to express a lot of things that I kind of do around a numerology and also channeling. Okay, so we will get into your tarot reading, Sagittarius, but for a start, I just normally connect with people's energy and pick up signs of something for you. So I'm definitely hearing a lot of, like I said, I'm picking up, like I'm collecting things along the way and I'm picking them up, like drop off points, or like I'm packing something in and then it's being dropped off, and then I'm dropping, like I don't know if this is to around a Cancerian, and I'm dropping off a lot of people on the way, like a bus driver or a coach driver, Sagittarius. But I seem to be dropping a lot of people off, or a lot of people are dropping off like flies. Now there has been a lot of people that have passed, but I don't really want to go on to the death list again that I had before. But like this energy of like people passing and saying I'm going to pass, like a test, a driving test, or I need to go for a test and I'm going to pass, I'm going to pass, I'm going to pass. But then there's this energy also of like, okay, can you make it? No, I'm sorry, but I'm going to pass. And like, can you make it then? And I'm picking up like individual people here. Okay, and like, okay, can you make it? And they say, no, I can't make it on a Monday, Tuesday, or whatever. Okay, well, can you make it? No, I can't make it either. And you're like, oh, so you can't make it and you can't make it. Well, then I've only got like 1 or 2 more people that might. And can you make it? And if this person says yes, then it feels like, okay, well, there's not enough people here in order for me to really be able to do it, because I'm not really getting anything out of it, because there's only like 2 people that have turned up. So is this like a party or something that you have, or like a birthday party? And I mean, what is it? It's sort of like Taurus, Aquarius, is it? Gemini, right? Birthday, I think. But like, I'm picking up like, can you make it? No, I'm sorry, but I can't make it. Can you make it? No, I'm sorry, I can't make it either. And you're like, well, if you can't make it and you can't make it, then like the amount of people that are here, it's really not like gaining any money. It's not really gaining any interest. And is it really worth me doing all of this kind of thing if there are really not that many people around? Okay, is a message for you. So take these messages however you want, Sagittarius. But I keep picking up on this energy of asking people to do things, but some people are losing interest in it, which means that one, I have a lack of like concentration and interest in the project or the thing, or Stephen or King or Lion, Leo also involved. Okay, but like I don't have so much interest in it anymore. And then there's an energy of like, well, if you can't make it and you can't make it, and I'm not really getting any money out of this anyway, then as a team, there is no team. So there is no I, there is no there is no A in whole. So well, there is. So it's kind of like team support and teamwork, but some of the team, it's a bit like a football match, if you like, or a soccer, whatever you call it. And like some of the team members fall off, and like, well, you're not a part of the team anymore. And so, well, so I thought you was in this team, and you're like, no, I'm not in the team anymore. I'm sorry, but I can't. So you're like, well, you're letting the side down. Then you're going to let the side down, and you're going to let the team down. And it's like, yeah, well, I'm not a part of the team, like, or the scheme. Like, I don't want to be a part of that scam. So I don't know if there's any energies of like being scammed, like, and I don't want to be a part of this scam anymore, like. Or Pam, the name Pam, and I don't want to be a part of Pam, or I don't want to be away from Pam. Wayman? Pam Wayman. But I don't want to be away from Pam. But I definitely keep hearing this energy, Sagittarius, like something around teamwork. Or I mean, this could, like I said, it could be around your actual work is teamwork. Which means that we're all part of a team, aren't we? And you're like, well, no, because some of us are now all separated. Which means that we can't all be in one group. We have to separate, and we can't be together. So, I don't know if this is coming through of work, or it is separation and like divorce and those kind of things. Because I'm definitely hearing like, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep going on the way that we are. Because it isn't working the way that it is. It's not working as a unit. So it's kind of like, well, I need to go and work in a new unit then, in another unit. So whichever way it is, Sagittarius, what I keep picking up is like organising people. It's like organising people, or an organisation that organises people. And a lot of like things being moved around and manoeuvred. So if you are relating to anybody as like Aries, Scorpio, the Scorpio reading was very bad for me because I was channeling some awful energy for some people. But I think that's a lot of planetary actions of planets that are kind of in my way, or there was such a blocked energy there for Scorpios. So if you are relating to like Aries, Sagittarius, there seems to be a lot of this like organising things and like planning, okay, but like organising people, like an organisation, and we physically organise people. But this is also victim, like playing a victim, like victim role, like what role are you going to play today then? Or like what was the word I was coming up with? I was hearing Vincent, the name Vincent, but like or Vicky, but like this scam. It feels like that there's a scam here, and some people are very cautious of it because you are kind of coming up around this Scorpio energy. And they had a lot of stuff there that didn't make sense, and it was like about moving. That was it. It was around physically someone having to like move, like from location to location, because it ended up being Four of Wands, but a lot of that got mixed up with metaphysical stuff that people were going through, and it made it a very difficult reading in order to be able to channel. So, well, to actually read. So it's kind of like this, like separating units and people and dividing them up to conquer, like Division Bell. Like we need to divide people up in order to conquer and rule the world. So you've got something around the world card, you've got something around travelling, but you've got also someone on the market, which means that we're trying to conquer the market and we're trying to beat the competition for anybody else that has the competition. So it's like I need to beat people to the Judy or punch. So I need to beat people to the punch. Why am I hearing like a punching bag? Like a punching bag. Is this a gym? Around a gym, or a punching bag? Or just using people as a punching bag? Like, and I'm just gonna, because this is energy, is like I'm using people as a punching bag to take out my aggression. So if there isn't a punching bag, then this is a physical human punching bag, which means that I might not be punching you, but I'm like coaching or poaching you, or I'm like punching you physically, or I'm taking out the energy on you and using you as a punching bag and you as an example. Because it feels like I want to use you as an example, but I'm going to take my aggression and my anger out on a human, which means that that isn't an actual punching bag, it is an actual physical person that somebody takes their anger out on, is what I'm hearing for a lot of you Sagittarius. Yeah, because they keep saying physical or metaphysical punching bag. So I hope you guys get that. It means, obviously, that there is either a punching bag here, or it's somebody that you call, like, you old bag. Like, or sourpuss. Like a sour cat. Like, y'all got the energy of sourpuss. So you've got the energy of what came up through the Scorpio reading of 4, which was also around Aries. Well, in that reading, Leo came up in reverse. Well, in the external energies. In the external energies. So their progression of reading was very bitty because there was a lot of organising energies of different flavours of people. So I couldn't really pick up on a direct storyline, and I think possibly some of this is coming through as those signs. Aries, Scorpio. Okay, and it feels like that if there is people that are like somebody's taking things out on people, like I'm going to take my anger and my aggression out on you, okay, then you've got people that are backing off. Yeah, because there's something here in a soul group energy or something here around somebody that's taking things out on around a Leo energy. And it's I'm taking things out on other people. I'm going to take my aggression out on other people. And because I'm taking it on other people, people are losing interest and losing respect is what I hear. Like respect my authority. Like, you respect my authority. I'm in charge. I'm the person that says I'm the one that rules the roost. The rooster. So something to do with around Alice in Chains, or the rooster. The red rooster. The Red Riding Hood. Red. Somebody that is red, rum, or Virgo. Or like John, or red hair, has red hair, or ginger hair. And red rooster. Like I am the rooster. I am the rooster, but like I rule the roost. Like this is my pen. And this is my, like, penitentiary, like the Four of Wands. In that energy, though, there was someone that was facing a sentence of something. But here I'm picking up, like, I rule the Four of Wands, which is around a Scorpio energy, or, I don't know, like a pen, basically. Like, I rule. Like, I want to rule the world, and I own it. And I have the rights to own this. So, is this around a house and a home? Because that did come up in the Scorpio Extended, where it was around, like, I don't think I picked up on the energy so much, but now I'm seeing it. Which is around from a 4 to a 4, which is around an 8 in Leo. And it's around a building, and it's around moving, like physical movement of, like, moving from divorce, settlement, house, home, moving from home to another home, or moving business from one business to another business, or people that work for like NHS, and there's a place here called also the place and the home, and it's called Askham House. And as the place, the home, they're all individual buildings but on one unit, if you like. It's an old people's place, but they call it Askham House, and it's like it's called the place, the house, the hall, you know, and they're where all individual people are with trauma, elderly people, patients that have like accident and so on and so forth, people with dementia, and then people that that really needs where they can't go out and so on and so forth, different kind of things, but like elderly people. But I keep hearing this energy because that has come up for a long time for a lot of you. So you're avid subscribers that are watching for quite a while that work for the NHS, right, for hospitals and things. But in this energy here, this is very disturbing energy around I want to rule. Like I rule everything. It's my rules, it's my way or the highway. Like you either like it or you get out. So is this around like, I don't know, I'm picking up on some very different energies of what this can mean to you, relate to as a channel message of soul groups, but like, I rule the roost, and because I do, you're out, and you're out, and you're out, and you're out. But I think people are naturally starting to like lose interest here, because I think someone's very violent and very violent in nature, and because they are, I think people that are actually losing interest themselves, and they don't actually need telling, which means that if somebody is coming across as if they need to tell people off or have a go at them for something, I think people are actually naturally starting to come to the conclusion that they're actually losing interest themselves here. Well, it's what my spirit is saying. So, I mean, generally, if you've got people that are really violent and stuff like that, people do lose interest in people that are violent, which means that I don't really want to be a part of that because it's intimidation. And if it is involving a Leo can also be very intimidated, but can also come across as someone that's very intimidating, especially if they're male energies. I've not really witnessed so much said in female energies of Leo, but you definitely have a big energy of Leo here. And if a Leo is a masculine energy that is aggressive, they're taking it out on everybody but themselves here. Which means that they are taking that out on themselves, but they're taking their day and their frustration out on everybody else because of their day. Which means Colin or Day, but I'm taking it out on everybody else because of my stress. And if this isn't about somebody's workload and someone's day, then it's to do with night and day. Night and day. Nightingale. Florence Nightingale? Florence Nightingale. So it's something to do with around like medical things, like Florence Nightingale, like Neil by mouth. Neil by mouth? Or the name Neil? Or O'Neill? Or Shane? But like O'Neill. Let's make sure the audio is still recording. I'm not sitting here like an idiot trying to connect with your messages, Sagittarius. Well, there is a very disturbing one here, like I said, because there's aggression here, and there's somebody that's taking all of this aggression out on a person. All their frustration and all of their anger, they're not channeling it in the right way. That's what I'm saying. They're not. If this is a channel or a YouTube channel, or a channeler as such, they're not channeling it in the right direction. Because like I said, I'm seeing the analogy of a vision of like a punch bag. Okay, and I've got a load of stuff that's in me that I need to get out, but I'm physically not challenging, and I'm not like channeling it in the right direction. I'm channeling it in the wrong direction. Which means that there's something or someone here that's not good for a person because of something to do with around channeling. And if it isn't, it might be something to do with around, like I said, it could be an actual YouTube channel. And for some strange reason, I ended up talking so much about that in the Cancerian reading that when I watched it, it came across as if I was talking about myself a lot, which I was. But sometimes, like I said, when I channel the energy of being a conduit. So I just act accordingly to, say, I mimic another person. I take over their, you know, and sometimes, like if I'm talking about myself a lot, it might be that, but it might be because I'm channeling that feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's so difficult to explain this to people if they don't understand. But yeah. So, well, I'm hearing that somebody likes to talk a lot, like talk, but like this threaten of like all talk, no action, but talk, like action or Jackson or Jackie. But like all talk and no action, or like talk. This came up in the Gemini reading. Okay, so you're looking at like Gemini Capricorn, right? Gemini Capricorn. And the analogy of the story, if you've watched it, guys, right? So like I said, we're looking at these placements of numbers, but what we are looking at is soul group people, okay? So it's really important to understand when it comes to dynamics that you're looking at also numerology, okay? So, you know, because I'm hearing like, okay, these messages kind of came up now in like a Gemini reading, you're still looking at 6 when you're in the Gemini reading. So you're looking at Capricorn, Gemini. So, you know, y'all believe in spiritual like the Matrix. Well, there you go. That's numbers, right? So it's kind of like these people in soul groups, and it's like cross comparison and shooting across to people's north node, south node, placements of, you know, astrology and moving around. Like, you know, people think that they are actually like in a chess game, but, you know, astrology is a chess game, right? So it's like Michael, you know, Michael or Michael Douglas or Michelle or Mike, but like M, right? Or Mel, but like this, Mel or Kim, Mel and Kim, Mel, Melissa, Mel is what I'm hearing. Okay, but like, what was that message? Sorry, Sagittarius. The reading of like channeling it in the wrong direction, which means that I'm taking all of my anger and focusing it upon other people to blame for my anger, right? So you've got somebody that's channeling aggression, which means that it's kind of like a coach of certain energies. You know, well, if you get someone that's a life coach and or any kind of coach whatsoever, and they're really angry and really goddamn God knows what, it's not really a life coach, is it? Because what you're doing is raising hell. I was going to speak about this in another bloody reading, but you see, channeling energy, if it's from a negative aspect of life, what you're doing is that you're raising up energy of awareness, right? So you're raising fear, right? So you're bringing energy up from the past, but you're raising negative energy of people that have an opinion against other people of aggression, right? So you get the energy of lie, right? Which means that nothing really makes sense. It doesn't, because it's metaphysics. So metaphysics is not an explanation of anything because it doesn't make any sense. Right, around Libra, it doesn't make any sense because it's metaphysical. So that means that anything that within a story of anything really never really make any sense because it's time. That's why, right? So everything always seems as if it's a lie because it's metaphysical, because you can't explain metaphysics. It's unexplainable, right? So you've got this energy of coaching, but like poaching coaching. You know, fuck. I'm just going to drop all this shit very soon. But like, I don't know, because I'm picking up on like a punch bag and a human punch bag, right? But trust me when I tell you, and I'm included, I am not a life coach. I am not a life coach, right? Because I am not a lie coach. I just basically tell you stories. It's up to you what you do with the stories. But I have seen so many people that say that they're a life coach, but they end up flipping out, right? They end up flipping out, right? That's not really life coaching, right? That's not. It's, you know, people are, oh, I don't know, I give up, man. But like, people flip out. It's like one of these people my girlfriend watches and did watch, right? And I've said this in another reading. This person had watched that many goddamn twin flame readings that he was on a metaphysical journey, and all he was doing basically was expressing all his metaphysical side. So he went to what he knew best, which was copying other people. So it was really about like, okay, I'm going to talk about law of attraction and so on and so forth, and twin flame journeys and the twin flame soul and everything else, and God knows what else. You know, even people that say, okay, I'm going to let you do something that's going to get rid of your karma. Okay, so say witchcraft, right? And all that's happening, right? People metaphysical, losing their mind, right? And I'm going to teach you about something that is going to get rid of your negative dark energy, right? I'm going to teach you to get rid of negative dark energy, right? So, well, I don't know, because you can have like Reiki healers and all stuff like that. You know, that's great. You know, that's a healer as such, like a Reiki healer cleansing one's energy. But then you get some people that focus on dark energy. Well, that's still witchcraft. That's still classed as that, because you're raising up dark energy, right? So, because I'm picking up like this aggressive energy. Well, that's raising dark energy, right? So, I can't think what on earth this is for, because it's very bitty. There's someone that's very bitter, like I said, or likes to drink bitter. Somebody here, spirit, that used to like to drink bitter. Okay, bitter, like ale. Or Alan. I'm also picking up Alan or Al. They used to like to drink ale. A-L, Rayals, company, business, Rayals, right. Yeah, this person used to like to drink bitter. That was my dad. My dad used to like drinking bitter. But I'm hearing like, okay, somebody that could be Irish, somebody that used to drink Guinness, Black Guinness, okay, the Guinness Book of Records, but the Akashic Book of Records, but like Guinness, this is kind of like someone's going for a record, or like a music thing for a record. Ricky, or Reiki, or like Rick. Keep hearing the name Rick. Bitter. Used to drink. Sagittarius. Is that you, Michelle? Is that you? You didn't realise I was actually over your way. Sorry if you're another Michelle here. But like somebody that I used to see a long time ago. Yeah, I was actually near your place, actually, Morrison's. I was actually in there. But I don't know if you're watching or not. But yeah, Ricky, there you go. I don't know, just be aware also that some people also get me to say things, right? So I'll just throw out a load of words out there, and if they relate to you or people relate to you, they do. I have no idea. If it comes in my head, you get it. You know, if not, I don't know what it means, because it, you know, some things what I say do not relate to me whatsoever, but they really do to you guys, right? So, what have you got? I don't know. The main part of your message I'm hearing and feeling for you, Sagittarius, is a lot to do with this around redirecting my energy in the wrong manner. Like, I'm coming across the wrong way here. And I'm like, because if you do have someone violent around you and you are relating to that external energy that was in Scorpio, then you've kind of got this that someone's bringing the house down, because you had 4 and 4, which was around like Tower and 4. So it's kind of like bringing someone down and trying to destroy something here. But they don't feel as if they are destroying it, but it's turning people off because of the aggression here. So I'm hearing energies of like, well, I'm trying to turn you off and I'm trying to turn you on. Right? So, I don't know, does somebody get turned on by this? Like they're very flirty and they get turned on by, like, I don't know what this is for. Like they get turned on by someone's energy? Or they get turned on by doing this? Because I'm hearing it gives me a buzz and it gives me a rush to get turned on by it. Like someone likes this violent behaviour. Like it actually turns somebody on by their violent behaviour here. I mean, it won't me. But like, I don't know. Because I'm hearing like, well, I can't be a part of this anymore and it's turning me off. Like it's turning me off, but it's turning me on to you. Which means like this is like a television or a TV or Stevie or something. I don't know. But like it's like a TV. I can't get my own TV. But like I'm turning this one off and then turning this one on, like monitors. I mean, is this hospital stuff I'm seeing now? Like I turn this television off as I turn this television on. Television. I mean, are you watching a lot of television? But you have two televisions. I mean, what is this, Marty McFly? It's like when he turns up and he goes, look, we just got ourselves a black and white TV. And he says, oh, it's okay, we've got like 3 or 4 at home. Right? It's like, what do you mean? They've just come out. It's like, no, we've got like 3 or 4. It's like, listen, Marty, bruv, have you not realised that you're in the past? Right? But like that, like, I don't know, we've got like, I turn one television off and then go into the other room and then I turn the other TV on, or you've got 2 TVs. Well, a bit like this one. This one's constantly turned off because it's extremely bright, and then I've got a computer monitor there, and then when I do personal readings, if you've ever had one by me and you can see that I'm extremely pale, that's because that big television there is like on and it's whoa. But that's why I keep it off definitely when I'm here, because the rays that come from that thing are really not great. So I don't know, I keep picking up, like I turn on one television and then I turn on the off the other, right? Very silly message, but I don't know what that is for. No. Turn one television off, turn on, or like I turn you off and then I turn someone else on. Like my favourite show. Like I'm going to turn you off and then turn you on and then turn you off and then turn you on. Unless someone's just extremely flirtatious here, keep trying to turn people on, but what they're doing is actually turning people off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that don't actually turn me on, that actually turns me off. I mean, what are you experimenting within your love life? And you're like, I bet that turns you on, don't it? And it's like, no, actually, that doesn't really turn me on. You're like, oh, let's try this then. You're like, well, actually, you know, that ain't too bad. I mean, it's like a taste test. It's like, that's a little bit, that's okay, that's okay. That's a little bit cold. It's like, yeah, that's all right, that's nice. Like the 3 Bears or something. But like Porridge. Well, Porridge was also a place that was in prison. Porridge. It was a TV program called Porridge. Right, but like, I don't know, I keep seeing the analogy of the 3 Bears. The taste test. Just dip your finger in, see if it's like, what on earth is that? Well, I can well imagine what a lot of that is for you. Like, dip your finger right in there. It's like, is it cold or is it warm? Somebody butters someone up ready for them. I mean, get up there. I don't know. I keep putting someone that keeps putting their finger in something. I don't know. Is it Tom or Thumb keeps sticking their finger in a pie? Or is this American Pie and someone starts giving it a go at an apple pie? I don't know. But like a long, long time ago, I can still remember when that music used to make me cry. Someone keeps like messing with an apple pie. I mean, what is that? Gonna put my Todger in an apple pie. I don't know. I mean, are you like stuffing someone with an apple pie, or what is this? Is someone on a diet or something around apple pies? Apple pies. Look at the apple pies on that, bruv. Your eyes. Look at the apple pies on that. Look at their eyes. All the better to eat you with, big eyes. Big eyes. Get up there, big eyes. Big eyes. What on earth is that? Big eyes. Oh, I don't know. They don't make no sense to me whatsoever, Sagittarius. So are they you? Someone that has big blue eyes? Big blue. Look at the big blue eyes you have. Right? Is that a nursery rhyme? What is that? Look at the big blue eyes you have. All the better to eat you with, my dear. Like someone's got big teeth. Or like, I don't know, like a vampire. All the better to eat you with, my dear. What big eyes you have. Don't know, big eyes. Someone's got big eyes. Anyway, all the better to eat you, right? Someone's got, listen, I'm picking up that this is like your eyes are bigger than your belly. Your eyes are bigger than your belly. It's like, ooh, my mum's got one of those, Penfold. So you're kind of like, man, look at all of that. Like, yeah, but your eyes are bigger than your belly. That is like, you don't need all of that. You only need a small portion. You're like, yeah, but look at all of this surprise with Charlie in the chocolate factory. And you're like, yeah, but we could have that and this and that. And you're like, it's like walking into an ice cream parlour, bro. And you're like, ooh, I'll have a bit of that and 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 a bit of that. And there's the bitter and there's the bit of that. I'll have a piece of everything with a piece on the side. Probably something around a Piscean. Okay, but like, I don't know, is it Meg Ryan? Bit of cream on the side? Or unless you've got like a mistress and a bit on the side. But like, yeah, I'm definitely hearing like, I mean, is this a wedding planner? Or someone having a wedding and they're saying, yeah, we're going to get married. You're like, oh, okay, I'll come in then. It's like, what cake do you want? And you're like, really? What cake do I want? It's like, well, we've got apple, we've got chocolate, we've got American pie. It's like, oh, I'd love to stick my finger right in that one. You're like, right, we've got that one also. And then we've got like double bubble chocolate cake. And then we've got triple McTriple. And you're like, Jesus, look at all the McTriples. And then you're like, look at all the ripples on it. So you're kind of like, I don't know. Like, you're like, well, we'll have that one and that cake. And then, oh, well, do you want to try it? And you're like, yeah, go on then, cut me a bit off. And you're like, okay, what cake do you want for your wedding? You're like, well, to be quite honest with you, I don't think I'm going to fit in my wedding dress if I eat all of this cake. And you're like, well, it's only a taste test, innit? Go on, have some. So somebody's basically shoving cake down people's throat here. So it might not be a good thing if you're on a diet. I don't know, but like, ooh, look at all these tasty, lovely bits of cake. Or push it. Look at all of these bits of tasty stuff. I don't know. Or someone's just allured by someone's loveliness. Look at all these things that I can have. Like, I'm picking up a huge 7 of cups. A huge 7 of cups. Like, I am so allured. It's like all you need to do is just look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. You are alluring me in. Right? Is what I'm hearing. Definitely metaphysical shit. Right? Unless you're in a good standing with your relationship. But let's have a look at what your external energy is going on with Sagittarius. The external energy that's going on with Sagittarius. So the violent behaviour. Somebody left and was like, oh, I'm really not happy with that, to be honest. That's just like, I'm not happy. I'm sorry, but I really... This is an unhappy, grown-ass child adult. Yeah, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, I am not going to put up with all of that. There's too much violence around here. Like, this person can be cutting people off and cutting people out and stabbing them in the throat. Like, I'm going to cut you off and I'm going to cut you out and you will not come back. You do what you say, I do say what. No, bruv, I don't want to be a part of that. Knight of Swords, I'm out. So, Knight of Swords is leaving fast. So it means that people don't hang around long. It's like, I'm not going to hang around long. I'm only just come in for a quick cuppa and then I'm out. It's kind of like, well, I just got in. As soon as I just got in, you went back out. It's like, yep, we kicked you out. And you're like, really? It's like, I thought I was a part of that. Like, no, you're not part of that anymore. You're out. Okay. Okay, boo, I'm out. See ya. That's the Knight of Swords. It's kind of like, well, if you're going to be here, then you're going to do as you're told. We're not here long, is what I'm hearing. You're not here long. Do as you're told, you're not here long. No, I ain't. That's why it's the fastest night in the deck. Right? It's like, well, I don't really want to be here anyway. Well, you've got to do something while you're here, and if you can't, you don't live here. Love don't live here. Livy don't live here anymore. She's moved out. Quick. It's like, no, I can't wait, bruv. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm sorry, but I can't wait. I've got to have it now. I've got to go. I'm going to eat that cake now. I'm sorry, but it's all gone. Or like, I'm sorry, but they're gone. They don't live here anymore. They moved out. They've moved on. Okay. But like, yeah, you're not here long. No, I ain't. That's why I'm on my way out. Right. Anyway. Someone's clock counting, like at work. They're like, oh my god, when can I leave? Or someone has left work, like around where you work, people are just like, oh man, I quit. Yeah, it's like, right, I quit. I'm out, bruv, I quit. I'm finished. I'm done. Like, I've had enough. I'm quit. This is somebody quit their job. Probably because of the violent behaviour of someone not pulling their weight, or people pulling their weight and not pulling their weight, and they're like, bruv, you don't do anything anyway, so you might as well go. So you're like, oh, okay then. If I. So it's kind of like this very strange energy of like, well, if you don't do anything anyway, then what's the point of me being here anyway? So, or like this energy of it doesn't really give me much, like it doesn't give me much money, it doesn't give me anything but stress and headache. Everything is all too quick and fast, where if you have to go to a job to a job to a job, I have to quickly go from one job to quickly go to another job. And because I do, like it's so rushed, like I don't have time, like I physically don't have time to fit in around the Knight of Swords, I'm in so much of a rush that by the time I get in and home from work, do I not really have time for friends? Do I really not have time for other people? And do I really not have time for people that waste my time also? So if you feel like that you are wasting people's time, and they feel like that they're wasting your time, that's why this card also represents leaving. Because people think that it's a waste of time, right? It's the analogy of what is happening within the energy itself. It's creating itself of like, I can't fit it in. Like, I can't fit in because I'm in that much of a rush. I've got that much work to do that I can't really fit this in. Me, individual as Sagittarius. Other people on the aspect of this being a child, friends, people, clients. It's that rush that I don't have time, like, in order to come, or you always cut me off real quick. Before I even get here, you've cut me off and like listen to me and like, oh, I don't want that anyway. It's like, well, can you do this? No, I'm sorry, but I ain't got time to do all of that for you. And you're like, really? So it's kind of like, well, if you're not doing it for me, then who are you really doing it for? Put the work in. Everybody always puts work in. Right? You go to work, don't you? You're alive, aren't you? I can assure you that if you are alive and kicking, right, and you're breathing, and you're working, and you're walking, even be it backwards or forwards, you are working towards death, right? Towards what we all want. No, I don't. Of course you do. You believe in afterlife, right? So, of course you do. Because it's the reward for going through purgatory and hell. Right? The flashing lights and the glitz and glam of our life is lovely. It is. So make the most of it while you're fucking here. Right? So if it's a living hell, then there you go. It's a struggle, right? Life. So, anyway. What's going on the external of Sagittarius? So, oh God, these loving arms of the Two of Cups of metaphysical. I don't want you anymore. Don't you? No. Oh, okay then. Thought you was connected to me. Yeah, well, we're connected to everybody. I can either take it or leave it. Well, you take it or you leave it. You either want it or you don't. No, I think I'll leave it. Right? You're like, no, I'm trying to tempt you into wanting it. And you're like, yeah, but you're doing things that's making me not want it. Right? You're creating drama out of a crisis. You're making a fucking blood out of a stone. Right? This is a drama out of a crisis right here. Because it's too quick energy. Jump straight head first into a commitment. Let's do quick. Sorry, but that's too fast. Yeah, but I love you, Janet. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just too quick for me. You know, you might apologise, but I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the external of Sagittarius. Six of Swords, going in complete opposite directions here. Your energy is like very scattered and going around. Now, if you're in a relationship, basically one is very quick and fiery and everything else, but with the Ace of Swords. And then the other person is, I don't know, off travelling to see family or a traveller. Okay, but what the fucking hell does that mean? Because that's people leaving. Like, you've probably seen a lot of people already just kind of coming and going in your energy. Because it's non-committal. It's kind of like coming and then going and then leaving and coming and going and leaving and not really putting in full amount of consistency. But you might see that with other people, that they don't put in the full right amount of what you want. So we want certain things, but we want it now, right? And then you get other people like, well, I can't fit in with your schedule. I'm sorry, but I can't fit that in with your schedule. Yeah, but I want it now. I can't give you it right now. Right here. Right. So, let's see what's going on in the external Sagittarius. Ooh, enters the twilight zone of double six. Double six, very tricky energy. Gemini and also Capricorn. Okay. Yeah, pick up sticks, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, let me begin. Don't hassle me, because that's sinning. Really? Is that a sin, is it? So some of you are on like the slim fast diet or something and looking at your sins, okay? Or someone's looking at your sun here. It could be a Leo energy. What the hell does this mean? No, I'm going off more towards something that is toxic. No, I don't want to know people that are very violent. I'm still dedicated towards something here of an addiction. Here. I'm going towards this energy. Because it's going in different directions. It's being cast out. Out, going towards. Out, going towards. Out, going towards. Out, going towards. Okay. So, to be honest, this feels like being on a diet, right? Well, it feels like doing exercise but not being on a diet. That kind of work that doesn't work. The sense that makes no sense. Let's work out, but let's eat loads of shit food. Yeah, right? That's what doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, we're going to put in loads of time and effort into like the gym, right? Stuff like that, but then we're going to overindulge in the food to make up for the calories that we've lost. But if there's an indulging energy here, it's kind of like, okay, I don't drink alcohol, but I'm going to go into a pub and drink Diet Coke or water, but I'm an alcoholic. Like, right? So it's putting myself in harm's way. So if this energy here is just around like fitness and strength and like leaving and going, it's kind of like that analogy of like being on a diet, doing loads of like gym work, but then basically like pigging out on the actual like the carbs and the calories. That's what I suffer with. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I go to the gym and put in a good stint at the gym, but then as soon as I get home I'm extremely starving, and then basically just undo all of the work that I put in anyway. Because you've got this love work, any kind of work, any work that you want to relate work to, right? But I'm putting in all of the work and not really getting any of the benefits out of it, because I'm judging the energy of the external stuff that's in this story of like, is it really a waste of time? Do I have time? Can I not? Like, you know, putting in all of the work but not really reaping the benefits. The Reaper. That was also Alice in Chains, wasn't it? The Rooster. Knight of Swords. Nine of Cups. Overindulging energies. Ooh, some of you, this is, like I said, it is a drink, alcohol or food addiction here. codependent energies of needing and wanting things to happen immediately. Some people thinking that they can see results immediately, and when they don't, they may give up. There could be a child here that could be air sign or Virgo. But you've got codependent energies. What's this? Two of Cups? Judgment. Some of you just got back with your past, or connected with your past somehow. Some of you lost a loved one. Two of Cups energy, which means that it was a family member. Means that it was a family member, but it is no longer a six. So somebody that you knew within a Six of Cups, which means a family. Just waiting for that to cut off, sorry, so it doesn't start repeating what I'm saying. That was Siri, by the way. But like here, like a Six of Cups would have been anybody that you knew within your soul group or family, and somebody now with this connection is now still here, which means that this is a ghost. This is a ghost. This is a spirit that stays around for you. Spirits are still around for you. Okay, they stay around for you as a Two of Cups, so they guide you through your life, basically. So this is why this is a guide. This is why someone's spiritual, and this is why this is also a Two of Cups of somebody. But somebody that basically they're saying that guides you. Okay, so it is a guide, but it is also a deceased loved one and a past anybody within your family that ever died. They're guiding you through this time. Here, right? So loved ones, basically, in my eyes, they stay behind in order to guide you, to try and urge you in the right direction. This is why this energy is going in different directions. Is because somebody needs to start listening to their guides. Six of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Just waiting for something here around the Devil. And the Devil is also 6 because you've got like Capricorn, Gemini energies. 2 sixes. What's the Devil for? 5 of Wands. Shitloads of conflict. Conflict. This is all metaphysical, spiritual warfare. It's where energies of people that are spiritual do not mix with other people that are spiritual. They don't. They don't. This is where you cannot work with anybody else that is also spiritual, because your energies don't mix. Because everybody likes to say that they're spiritual, but they shoot the messenger. Right? So people contradict themselves after a while, realising that their belief doesn't really fit in with others, which it doesn't. Right? So, you know, people all say, no, I need to find myself a circle. You do, you can do, but you need to find one that fits you like a suit, right? Not like a cheap suit. Okay, so you can't put on a suit that doesn't fit. You have to have it tailor-made for you, right? So design of spiritual stuff is designed for certain people, which is of their belief, right? Which is where you go to religion and God knows what else, right? It's my belief, it's my system, it's my way. So you've kind of got these energies here of where there's a lot of energy that seems to be going on around you here of addiction, but also people fighting about things that are spiritual. Right? That's why it's best to do. Is everybody, goddamn word of advice, anybody that is spiritual, just stick with yourself, right? Just stick with yourself here. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. This is why I won't have any moderators and stuff like that anymore. Okay. Apart from the people that are moderating for me. Right? But like, I don't really have them so much anymore. But here, like I said, you've got 5 and 2, 5, 6 and 7. So someone's trying to block these energies out here. Because you've got another 7 which is waiting, but the external energy is of confusion because it's around 6 and Capricorn, and it's also, like I said, around Judgment, which are broken records. It's people of connections that form them that split up and break up, right? So it's like contracts of work. people that go in their separate directions because they feel energy isn't right here, which means judgment. Judgment is not a human that can judge a human. You cannot ever judge a human. You will look that way, but spirit knows everything. Spirit has contracts, spirit has listens to your thoughts, to your memories, everything. They know everything that is set off as a seed of intent. Right? They're the ones that will put that in your head. They will also make that energy. There's something about being put into someone's head here. You're putting words into my mouth and you're putting things into my head. I don't know what that's for. But like, you know, you've got stuff that just doesn't mix here. It doesn't work. It isn't working. It's kind of like, I don't know. There's a lot of energy that seems to be of a lot of confusion around Capricorn, of just cutting people out and cutting people off. 7 of Wands, cutting people out, cutting people off. Not interested. Don't want to know. Energies that are like all split up and segregated here. Because this could be around work. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it might you, Sagittarius. But how long have we done? 56 minutes. So let's have a look at Sagittarius for June. Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus and Jupiter for June. Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus and Jupiter for June. Meg Ryan is here. What do you know? The piece on the side, the pecan pie. The pecan pie. Somebody could be eating pie, or baking pie, or making pie. So why don't we just eat some pie? Humble pie. I'm very humble. Or grumble. But yeah, the Empress, sorry. So yeah, feeling to be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to be loved. Some of you are in love here. Some of you are coming to America. Like, I'm very happy to be here, is what I'm hearing. The King Joffrey Jofar. Through the Empress? Teal Empress. You're right. Someone with a southern draw. I like, yeah. Hey y'all. Anyway. Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for June. Hey June, don't be afraid. It's all right. I'm not. So some of you are well. I'm hearing afraid not. That's okay. I'm not. I'm afraid not. That's why, because I'm a Piscean energy, maybe. But like, don't be afraid. No, I'm not. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm fully intact of my faculties. Thank you. Somebody is like has a faculty, which is an actual teacher maybe or something, but I'm hearing the faculty. So the faculty is like a meeting of people that go to school. So a faculty meeting or a business meeting or something like that you may be going to, faculty. Yeah, friends, you're talking with your person, thinking about your person. Some of you have got children here. You know, you're looking after your child. This could be a single mother. This could be somebody that is also was divorced but remarried with a person here. Because I'm picking up like a stepmother or stepfather type sort of energy. But I am with child, unless you are pregnant here. But it's just me and my child, me, myself and Irene. I am the mum, this is my son. Mumford and Sons. I am the mum, this is my son. That's the only person that is around me is my son. For a lot of you. Doesn't have to be a Leo, it can be, but the only person that is around me, the only person I have is my son. Right? Most of the time, or all of the time, is around my son. You're right, my son, is what I'm hearing. You're right, my son? My son. Mason. The name Mason? Mesa or Mason? Or somebody's into the old, what do you call it? Masons. Freemasons. But like Mason. Or Maddie. Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. for June. Ooh, 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 it's Libra. It's Libra. It's someone that's Hebrew. Someone's a Hebrew. I don't know. Ooh, it's Libra is what I'm hearing. It's Libra. Bruce? You're right there, Bruce. Someone's from Australia. Good day, you're right there, Bruce. So you're getting on. You got yourself a doona, but like or Donna. But like, good day, Bruce. You're right there, Bruce. I don't know. Do y'all call people Bruce over there a lot? I don't know. But like, I don't know. Libra, getting very tetchy energy here because it's all around business. Business comes first. Business before pleasure. But that Libra energy really has been showing up to be quite difficult through some of the readings here. It's things that are not, like, is it fair? Like, has it been proven? Has this yet been proven to work? No, I'm trying to prove to you that it works. But is proof ever really proof? Right. The proof is in the pudding. You have to make sure that it's real first. You have to prove it first, and you can't prove it if I'm a Libra and I'm not speaking about it, because that might also be a high priestess energy. What you don't know won't hurt you. And if I don't tell you, I won't. So it's like, well, I can't prove it, so I don't know, what is that? Some of you, this is your ex, divorce and stuff like that, and the child goes off towards a Libra energy. Which means that they go off to tell something to Libra. Right. I'm going off. Like I said, there's something to do with around this turning one on, turning one off, turning one on, turning one off, going to one, going to the other, going to one, going to the other. So I don't know what on earth that is for there. I can't really tell you too much about this reading so far because I have to earn a living. You see, something has to be proved here because someone may not have spoke it, which is the Page of Pentacles. Like, I have to prove this first. Before I could do it, I need proof. And I need proof. Some people have actually asked me in the past that they want a general reading, they want a personal reading, but they want me to do the reading without paying me, and then for me to do the reading, and then they'll decide whether they want to pay me or not. Really? Yeah. Can you do me an hour reading, please? I've got all these questions. Can you answer them? But I'm not able to pay you until you've done the reading, and then I'll decide if I think it's worth it of me paying you. Fuck that. Well, like, I've had them, trust me, I've had a few people ask me that. Can you do me a free reading? I'm not going to pay you for it unless I think it's any good, but I want you to sit there for an hour and go over all of my reading for me, and then if I think that it's good enough, I'll pay you. Fucking hell. Yeah. I'm hearing that someone's going to make someone pay, because this is all about business and money. And like I said, if it isn't worth my time and it isn't worth my effort and I'm not getting paid, then that's not fair. And if I'm not getting paid, then really is it worth me keep doing it? Because this is also something around tax. That was it, man. This came up in other readings. It was around tax, and I started talking about like an analogy of something here, of around dissolving company. Around proof, like, can you prove that, like Bitcoin and Gencoin, Bitcoin. It's not Gencoin, but it's a brilliant show. Any of you seen Starting Up? Oh man, what a great show. But like, it was something around that, an analogy of like trying to overtake a corporation and a business. Okay, and we're trying to take it over. Because it was around merging money and finances around Bitcoin. Okay. Something to do with that. I mean, I've been asked to go on another website in order to do something in a partner program, but I don't have time to do YouTube and this other one as well. It's very difficult because it's all live stuff. Like, you have to go live. And, yeah. I don't know if I can do that really. Because it's the same. It's basically they offer you the same as what YouTube does, really. It's kind of the same, really. Yeah, I don't know what this is for. I'm going to stop babbling and stop wasting your time. If you want to get on with the rest of the reading, we can go over to YouTube. Over to YouTube. But yeah, that's what that's actually called. You something. You something. I forget off the top of my head, but it's a bit like YouTube, but it's another platform. Use something. I don't know. Any of you interested in following me on that? If I take it up, I don't know. They want me to go over there and do something and just be myself, basically. But yeah. But anyway, it's over to me and it's over to you. So if you want to come over to Patreon, you can find this on the full access bundle or tier 1. After this is where it goes to only the full access bundle after the month. When the month finishes and the month starts, when I start doing the 1st until the 7th and then the 7th and so on and so forth, those readings are only go over to the full access bundle. So that's where you find all of those. They do start on here, but we only really look at your external energies. And then they go over to the full access bundle. But this one goes to both. So if you would like to join, it really helps me out as a channel. Can continue to do this kind of thing here for other people as well. But you can find all links provided below. Also the video that explains literally everything also for a start. Emails, things, all kinds of stuff. All in the show more section. Thanks very much, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. Let's see what's going to happen for the rest of your month.